You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly. You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly. You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly. You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly. You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly.
Good morning, everyone. I now call to order the meeting of the directors of the USA Niagara Development Corporation for Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. I'd like to note for the record that this meeting is being webcast. I will also note for the record that the public was given the opportunity to comment on the agenda items by submitting their written comments by 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday. I'd like to further note for the record that no comments were received from the public concerning today's agenda item. The directors have received the relevant written materials in advance of today's meeting and are free to ask questions at any time. Before we begin with the substantive portion of the meeting, I'd like to ask the directors whether anyone has any potential conflict of interest with respect to the items on the agenda. If so, I would ask you to please make an appropriate disclosure on the record at this time. We will then be sure that you may recuse yourself from any discussion or vote regarding such item. Hearing none, I'd like to turn the floor over to Anthony Villardo to present the only and final item on today's agenda, authorization to enter a contract amendment with the Niagara Group. Anthony, when you're ready.
Thank you, Chairwoman, directors. Good morning. As you will recall, in March of 2019, through a strategic land acquisition program, USA Niagara purchased 217 Old Fall Street and 333 First Street with the intention to assemble and revive long dormant properties located near the Niagara Falls State Park. We intend to demolish the 85,000 square foot building at the corner of Old Falls and First Streets, formerly known as the Native Center, and divide the site into a northern and southern portion to prepare for future development. On March 20th of this year, the Board of Directors approved Community Services for Everyone as the preferred developer to undertake the First Street apartment building development project located on the northern portion of the site. Currently, we are pursuing a development opportunity for the remaining portion of the site, but there will likely be a time period when the southern portion of the site is vacant. To limit the impacts associated with a vacant site in the heart of the city's tourist district, USA Niagara will design and construct interim improvements to activate the site and create new opportunities for food and beverage sales on Old Fall Street. Interim improvements may include temporary landscaping, seating, restrooms, lighting, utility hookups for food trailers, and other recreational amenities. On June 14th of 2022, USA Niagara issued a request for proposals for architecture and engineering services and received 2 proposals for the demolition of 333 First Street. The Niagara Group was selected based on the value and quality of the proposal that was submitted. We've requested LIRO to provide additional engineering services related to our proposed interim site improvements to the original scope of work. LIRO intends to retain Watts Architects and Engineers, a New York State certified MWBE, to provide architecture, civil, and structural engineering for the development of 3 interim improvement design concepts. The basis and method of payment for this contract would be a combination of a lump sum payment for time and materials not to exceed $172,221. The initial contract was for $93,511, and we were asking for an amendment of $78,710 to that initial contract. We're requesting that the directors make 3 determinations today. 1, make a determination of responsibility with respect to the proposed contractor. Authorize the corporation to enter into contract amendment with LIRO for an amount not to exceed $172,221. And 3, to allow us to authorize the taking of all related actions. Thank you, Chairwoman.
Thank you, Anthony. Are there any questions or comments from the directors regarding this item? And I just want to make a note that the Mayor of Niagara Falls has joined us at the meeting, Mayor Bob Rustino. So I don't know, Mayor, if there was a particular concern that you might have or a question regarding this project. We were talking about it for a few minutes just before the meeting began, and I don't understand everything that's going on.
I know that there are a couple of council members who may have some concerns. They haven't expressed particularly directly to me what their concerns are, but I know that my understanding is that subsequent to the appearance at the meeting, there were a couple of them that had some comments that they made, not directly to me again, in concern relative to the project. But I personally have no comments.
The engineer project? Yeah, this is on the side, we're just doing the south side improvements.
Okay. Okay.
Members, directors?
Move approval?
Oh, no, yeah, not yet.
Come on.
One more comment.
Oh, okay.
We do not have any comments from the public with regard to this item. Now may I have a motion for approval?
I will do that.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you, the motion carries. This is one of our shorter meetings. There being no further business, may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Thank you for your participation. Thank you, everyone, for being here today.
Thank you, New York.
Thank you, New York. The meeting is concluded.